Depression is a word that is used frequently by lots of people, but is often taken out of context. How many times have you heard, "I'm depressed because my football team's lost"? To me, depression was something that other people got. I always considered myself as a happy person, but like everyone, I had the odd bad day and feelings that I couldn't explain. The one day I went to the doctors and I was diagnosed with clinical depression. The point of this video is not to explain how I got it, what led up to it, or even how people get depression, but to explain what depression is and what you can do about it from someone who's been there and is still going through it. I am still suffering from depression at the time of making this video, but seeking my doctor's help and professional counselling is helping me to get to the other side and has enabled me to do this for you. So, what is depression? When people are sad or feeling low about life, it's often classed as depression in its mildest form. Usually these feelings go away after a few days and we get on with our lives. When feelings of sadness keep reoccurring on a regular basis and start to interfere with running our daily lives and thoughts of suicide occur, we're in a state of clinical depression, major depression, or clinically depressed. There are also other forms of depression. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. This is common during the autumn and winter. Usually the lack of natural daylight affects our mood. Postnatal depression. For many mothers, having a baby can cause sadness, the baby blues. This is often passed in a short space of time. If the sadness is more serious, that can occur between 2 weeks and 2 years after the birth. Bipolar disorder, or manic depression. When periods of depression alternate with periods of mania, this is thought to be manic depression. When a person is manic, they're in a high state of excitement and often plan over-the-top schemes and ideas. So, who can become depressed? It's thought that 1 in 6 people become depressed in the course of their lives, and 1 in 20 become clinically depressed. It is reported that more women suffer from depression, but often men will not admit or seek help. Depression can strike at any time of life, and can happen to anyone. You may be suffering from depression without realising it. You know something's wrong, but you don't know what. How do I spot the signs of depression? Depression has various symptoms and not everyone suffers from depression will share the same symptoms. Here's a list of common symptoms. If you can spot 5 symptoms in your behaviour on a regular basis, then it's likely you too could be suffering from depression. To help you out, I've highlighted the symptoms that I have had and currently still feel with an asterisk. Now I will discuss what help and treatments are available, as well as taking steps to help yourself and what to do if you know someone who is depressed. So, what have we learnt so far? Depression can take many forms and have many symptoms. Anyone can become depressed, and it can happen at any time. Some people have depression but don't realise that they have it. And now the good news. We can get over it, and the best part is, we can help ourselves. Okay, so I think I'm suffering from depression. What can I do about it? The first step is to consult your doctor. Your doctor is your friend and will be able to open doors for you to get help. When you visit your doctor, you'll need to be prepared for some decisions. If your doctor does recognise the sign of depression in you, they'll give you 2 options: medication in the form of antidepressants or counselling. At this point, you may be tempted to dismiss the options and pretend you're okay. Well, don't. You need to take action now and ask your doctor questions and let them help you choose the direction that is right for you. From personal experience, I was scared to death about the medication and opted for counselling, but I was not aware of the long waiting times. I kept going and went back and opted for the medication as well as the counselling, and up to now, both have been working out for me. What can I do to help myself? Depression can be a cycle of negative thinking. When you get depressed, you start to think about being depressed, which makes you more depressed. Sound familiar? Try positive thinking. Think positive and try to change your thought patterns. If you're asking yourself negative questions and having negative ideas, turn them into positive questions and ideas. For example, change "I'm a failure" to "I'm not a failure," or "Will I ever be happy" to "When will I be happy?" It sounds easy, but it's not. Keep trying to reprogram your mind. You'll eventually get there. You practice what you become. If you practice becoming a failure, you'll become a failure. So don't do it. Practice becoming a success and being happy, and you'll become successful and happy. Try exercise. They say that exercise is good for the body and the mind. Well, it's true. Physical exercise for 20 minutes. Look after yourself. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you need to look good. Looking good on the outside will help you feel good on the inside. Now, this isn't conventional good looks. Just clean, presentable clothes and just generally looking nice. Remember, change I look rubbish to I look good. Pay attention to your personal appearance and you'll start to feel better about yourself. I often put on some kind of designer fragrance, even if I'm just popping to the shops. It makes me feel better and I've made some effort to smell nice. Find support. Now, this is the most helpful thing for me. If you have a friend that's going through the same thing, or you know someone that's suffering from depression, talk to them. Sharing your experiences is healthy and will help you both move forwards. Be warned, the nature of depression often makes you think that you're being a burden and making your friends feel worse. Keep going, it will get better. You can get in touch with the mental health charity Mind if you're feeling alone or don't have a friend that can help you out. Mind offer a befriending service which will team you up with someone in similar situation for regular chats. What can I do to help someone with depression? Just be there and try to be understanding. Think about when you're ill. Sometimes you need some space and sometimes you need to be comforted. Depression is no different. Offering tea and sympathy and being a good listener often helps, and whatever you do, don't blame them for being depressed. Chances are that they're already doing that themselves. Well, I hope this video has been of use to you, and remember, always consult your doctor on any medical issue. If you're suffering from depression right now, then I wish you good luck and keep going. No matter how hard it may seem, there is light at the end of the tunnel.